All right, let's pretend you're a technician and you're in charge of 30 systems on a network. You're trying to roll out a big program on each of those computers. You need a couple of ports open to roll out the program. To make matters worse, this is not a domain network, so you can't use any group policies to configure things like the firewall. This means you would have to go to each machine and configure their firewalls individually, allowing the program to work with inbound and outbound communications. You can stay late and work while you configure each machine through the GUI, or you could create batch files that could save 5 minutes off of each machine. 5 minutes by itself isn't a long time, but if you factor in 30 machines, you're talking roughly about 2.5 to 3 hours for this one job. In small businesses, you may run into these types of issues. With a little forethought and pre-planning, you could save time and energy so you can get back to your office and complete the Minecraft server you've been working on since last weekend. Okay, we're really not going to be installing programs on 30 systems in this lesson. But for a proof of concept, we will be building scripts and then making them into batch files that would help configure the firewall to allow inbound traffic to a program. We will be using Skype as the example as we bypass the GUI while showing you how batch files can actually save you time. First, I'm going to show you what command will allow you to add Skype into the list of inbound rules. All an inbound rule actually is an exception allowing someone from the outside of your computer to initialize the connection. This will allow traffic to flow inward to your machine. The command goes as follows. Advanced firewall, add rule name, equals, the name of the rule would be allow Skype. dir equals in action, meaning you want this to be an inbound rule, equals allow program. And then what we need to do is we need to tell where to find the program. Program files, Skype, Skype.exe. Hit enter. All right, it says OK. And we can check in the command line by typing in. I'll go back and find advanced firewall show rule name all. All right. And if we go back to the top like we did before, allow Skype is there. So we know it's in the firewall. We can also check here if we needed to. Allow Skype is right here. All right, so that was successful. Now, let's go ahead and make this into a script file. Let's just say we have to go around to like 30 machines and do this. We can make this into a script file. And what that will do is as soon as we plug in the thumb drive, we can run as administrator and boom, it'll do all that for you. All right, we're going to open up Notepad. All right, type in at echo off run command prompt. And then NETSH advanced firewall add rule name equals allow Skype dir equals in action equals allow program equals quotation C semicolon slash program files slash Skype slash Skype.exe. So basically what we're doing is we're going to, of course, turn echo off. Then we're going to run the command prompt. We want the command prompt to run and be open. And then we want to run within the command prompt the net shell utility, accessing the advanced firewall commands. And those commands are add rule name. So the rule name that's going to show up in the firewall is going to be called allow Skype. All right, so if you open up firewall in the GUI, it will say allow Skype as the rule name. And within the rule name, we'll have an action of direction of which way we want the connection to be, which would be incoming. So we want an outside source to allow connection to the inside. And we want to allow what program we want to allow? Well, we will go into program files, Skype, into Skype.exe. That's the path. And I almost forgot the quotation marks. Enter. And then I'm going to type in pause just in case I have an error message. All right, so I'm going to save this file. It's going to be saved as allow Skype and allow Skype.bat. And then down here, all files, save, and hopefully when I run this, now I do the pause because if I come up with a syntax error, it's going to show me. It's going to show me what the syntax error is. So I'm going to run as administrator. Okay, it did it. I'm going to open the other command line. And then instead of doing what I've done last time, I'm going to run show rule name. except this time, instead of saying all, I'm just going to do allow Skype, and hopefully it'll show up. Yes, it has. The rule name allow Skype has showed up, and it is actually in our firewall. We can also check here, and there it is. Now you have a batch file that you can put on your thumb drive and use at your leisure.